one of the big issues that had popped up was students, mainly African American and Latino students, getting pushed out of school, and we found out that more African American males are getting pushed out a lot more quickly than white males are due to for exclusionary discipline.
Says Sarah Johnson from Project Voice, commenting on the school-to-prison pipeline. A new bill put forth by Project Voice called SB 100 will place restrictions on suspensions and expulsions in all Illinois public schools. After being approved by the Illinois Senate and the House of Representatives, SB 100 went to Governor Bruce Rauner for approval in June. For community members and activists, this could be a barricade against the school-to-prison pipeline. Real Shy Youth spoke to Chad Adams, the principal of Sullivan High School located on the north side of Chicago, Era Laudermilk of the Illinois Justice Project, and Sarah Johnson from Project Voice to learn how SB 100 could lessen disproportionate punishments that happen to men of color.
Well, before you can even say the school to prison pipeline, you have to also talk about the race issue. Why is that happening? Why is it that students of color are getting suspended at a higher rate than kids of white kids? So you have to start having conversations about that.
We have enough data available now that shows that when you have zero tolerance policies, they're not really applied evenly across the board, and they do have a disproportionate impact on students of color.
And it affects students that do come from lower income communities that are mainly Black and brown students.
Shy Youth also spoke to Era and Sarah about what SB 100 aims to do and what it was like to create and lobby for the bill.
I believe in our first bill, SB 3004, we had mentioned something about school-based arrest, and that wasn't flying really well with any senators or representatives, and it was a really touchy subject to talk about, arresting young people. So we took out that piece, and this piece only limits the use of exclusionary discipline, such as suspensions and expulsions.
SB 100 requires that school districts rethink their disciplinary codes so that they're no longer implementing zero tolerance policies, which automatically reject or eject students from the classroom.
With this bill, we had young people come out and lobby. We brought busloads of young people to go and share their story about why they got suspended or expelled, and how this was an unfair thing that was done to them.
Meanwhile, Era and Chad feel that SB 100 will provide a teaching opportunity around conflict resolution for young people.
If we say that a school has implemented restorative justice, on the one hand, that's a win because we know that at least it's providing an opportunity to create that safe space in the school, to create a culture of calm, to help, humanize the students as well as build relationships among the faculty and staff and the students.
What we're seeing in schools is that when kids commit these misconducts, right, and we get them in front of the teacher that they maybe swore at, and the teacher said and how it made them feel when they got cursed out by the student, that the students are less likely to do that same offense again because they know what it really meant to that person when they did it. So that's what we're trying to tap into, the victim getting a chance to share their emotions with the person that did them wrong.
Looking forward, school officials, youth activists, and policymakers are working together to change how school policy plays a part in the school-to-prison pipeline.
I mean, these are young people who go to our schools, and if they want to change something, they should have the right to change it, and they're powerful enough to do that. So that's what I believe.
And, this sometimes leads to this, which leads to down there, right? So if I can get students to use this instead of this, then it'll never get to this, right? So that's my job. In 4 years, I want you to use this when there's conflicts.
From Real Shy Youth, this is Grace Berry.